Told now by our producer. Do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Knipple. Trey Mann is out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's Diabate in at the power forward. Now, here's Hart. For three, Bridges. That one, no good. On the wing, Mann. Defended by Bridges. Pass to Diabate. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices. The pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Knicks. Here's Brunson. And Ball with the block.
Well, you love the 6'7" length that LaMelo Ball brings as a defender. Just gets a hand on that and sends it back.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. They'll want to talk about that one.
Towns, the pass to Hart. Lock at 6. Hart with a screen on Miller. Here's Anunoby.
After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
Miller against Bridges. Outside, Ball. Miller outside. Let's lose a 3. Here's Bridges. And the shot goes in.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far, not getting over the top.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. It's time now to present our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game. It's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can. Let's turn our attention now to the sidelines for the latest on Jordan Clarkson. So, Allie, what have you heard?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for New York let me know the status, and the report's not good. Early indications are that it's a ruptured Achilles tendon, not what anyone wanted to hear. This is a team that's excited heading into the playoffs. Unfortunately, this news dampens the outlook some.
Thanks for the status report there, Allie.
Boy, this is where you need everyone in your support system to be around him and be encouraging, because this is going to be a long road to recovery.
Now, Ball. After Jalen Brunson missing on that last three-pointer. Cleared away by Hart.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Towns. No good, unable to end this run. Now, Knipple. Outside Bridges. And here is Ball. Puts it up from 12. Buries the jumper.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead. .105 left to play here in the fourth.
Nice use of the glass on the finish.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo. Shot after shot going down.
And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the Knicks. 9-point game.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for New York.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And you have to love the effort this team plays with night in and night out, win after win this year, and they have earned it. Tonight will make it 62 wins on the year for them.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Jalen Brunson.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Deflects the pass. Plumlee with the steal. Ball. Gets it to go. Down low. Thompson with it. Here's Town. Now Hart. Now Town. And it doesn't go. Brunson against Ball. So it's New York picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
I'm here with Karl Anthony Towns, and Karl, it was a bit of a shootout out there, but you got it done. How special to you was this win?
I mean, it was big for a team that shoots threes like they do. It's about continuing to just keep playing hard and find ways to win, and we found a way to win tonight.
It's all about finding a way. Thanks, Kat.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
White finds Smith. They swipe it. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Mitchell Robinson, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now here's Towns. Towns on a screen from outside the arc. Shamet, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And now let's send it to Allie LaForce. She's got an update for us on Trey Jones.
I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Bulls. He said there is tendonitis in the knee, and it is a source of debilitating pain right now. And this team is hoping to contend with a tough first-round matchup, so I'm sure they're anxious to get back to full strength. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you.
It's unfortunate but true. If you play with passion, there's sometimes pain that comes along with it. We wish him the best.
Now here's Okoro. Shot clock at 6. Here's White. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Now Brunson. Great finish inside by Brunson.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
And White has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Smith outside. Vucevic. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Hart's checked in for New York. Bridges comes in for Shamet. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce. So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. It might have been just game 2 of the series, but this one felt like a must-win.
I just love the fire they played with tonight. It's the playoffs, and they really brought the energy.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
The first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The New York Knicks
have showed up hungry and determined to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. Will they be able to break the stalemate and come out on top against the Chicago Bulls? Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. We're all tied at 1-1. If the first 2 games have been any indication, we should be in for a great series. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, and we'll be checking in with Allie LaForce from the sideline moments from now. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. And the forwards will be Bridges and Hart. Landry Shamet is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Bulls, Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's White. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Carter in at the point guard position. Take a look at the Bulls. Well, they got to be happy with how this series started. Splitting the first 2. Games. Now, here they are at home.
Yeah, as the lower seed, you just want one of those first 2. Now, they've stolen home court advantage and are in a pretty good position in this series.
Now, here's Shamet. Bridges outside for 3. And it's White with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. It doesn't take much to get Buzelis up to the rim. He just pops off the floor and is right there.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Back to you, Kevin.
And Allie, thanks so much. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Brunson outside. That's too hard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Josh Hart is one of those guys who just seems to be all over the place all at the same time. I mean, he'll defend anybody, and when it comes to guards, there's nobody that rebounds it better than him.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
Now here is Carter. Pass to Huerter. Shot clock at 6. Down low. And the layup's good off the glass.
When Vucevic is rolling to the basket like that, there aren't many guys that are willing to get in his way to stop him.
For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. It's a 5-point game. To the left wing. Towns against Vucevic. Left side, Towns. Rebound by the Bulls. Come into this one after winning on Tuesday.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
And you know what? Even though it was a frustrating night shooting the ball, they found a way to get it done and pulled it out. And a win's a win, and that ultimately is all that matters.
Here's Brunson. The Bulls getting their last shot to go. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
And here's White. Carter outside. It's deflected. Outside, White. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Some solid defense from Hart.
No matter how good you are, it's tough with the defender draped all over you.
Bridges outside. Offline with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's White. No one near Herter as he lets it fly. Off target from outside. Knicks trail by 5. Brunson outside. Here's Hart. And he banks in the lane.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
White with it. Defended by Bridges. Pass to Herter. Now Buzelis. Carter outside. Now White. Shoots over Bridges. And it's White missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Brunson. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Brunson.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Bridges against White. Bridges right side. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Now here's Herter. He's covered by Shamet. Inside. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Vucevic possesses what I call a throwback big man game and really is most comfortable operating from this area of the court.
Now here's Brunson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Getting to his spots. He's making some good reads and really benefiting his team.
Vucevic a screen on Brunson. Vucevic down low. Defended by Towns. And it's Vucevic missing. Outside, Towns. Pass to Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Brunson's got 6. Chicago trailing here. Carter outside. Herter with a screen on Brunson. Carter kicks to Vucevic. Now here's Herter. Defense is right there. 4 on the clock. To the paint. Shamet with it. He's picked up by White. Hart with a screen on White. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Anunoby, he's checked in for Landry Shamet.
New York substitution, number 8, OG Anunoby.
Here's Towns. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. From downtown. And Brunson won't miss many of those.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Bulls trail by 4. Buzelis out there with Jalen Smith. And it's Williams. Then there's Kevin Huerter. And it's White in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The kick out to Williams. Picked by Smith. Here's Huerter. Just 5 to shoot. And he throws it down with one hand.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up the team.
And it's Brunson missing.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
White against Brunson. Up top, White. Williams, a screen on Brunson. Out to the wing. Here's Buzelis. And it's all tied up. Buzelis has got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, you can see it. Buzelis is very comfortable operating in the mid-range.
Here's Shamet. Brunson looks it over. From the wing. And perfection right through the net. Brunson's got 24.
He's been laser focused here in the fourth. Only 1 miss out of 5 attempts.
Smith outside. Back to White. And stolen by Brunson. To the middle. Here's Hart. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Carter in for Williams. Here's Huerter. Kobe White. The defensive pressure was right there. Knicks leading by 4. Brunson up top. He's checked by Carter. Outside Bridges. Hart with a screen on White. Now Hart. Yes! Using that window.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Vucevic. Hart with a rebound.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Towns a screen on Carter. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the fourth quarter. Now Vucevic. Ooh, using 2 hands to power it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's Hart. Drives in, and he slams it down.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Bulls trail by 8. Vucevic, a screen on Brunson. Here's Vucevic. 9 feet out, and the basket is good.
Well, we've seen this for years. Vucevic is a dependable scorer who can attack you in a variety of ways.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Brunson. Brunson brushes off the D.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Now Vucevic. Cashes in from 18.
Big Vooch with a big bucket. That is clutch.
Carter against Brunson. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Towns down low, covered by Vucevic. Rebounded by Vucevic. This is do or die time.
They must play flawlessly.
Herter with it, Towns covering. Carter against Brunson. Vucevic.
Those are some veteran instincts there by Vooch, knowing the situation and giving his team needed points.
And New York has possession. 4-point game, and they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 14.
And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Hey, he made every one to put a little extra security around this lead.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Puts up the tray, and he nails it.
Oh, man. Massive points from Buzelis. Yes.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Now it's a 2-possession game. Important foul shots right there.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.